Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of In the Studio, which, as you say it out loud, seems a bit ridiculous, really, that we've actually called the series this. Since I think episode 3, it's all been out of the studio at home, of course. I hope everyone is, staying safe, keeping sane, keeping creative, or just doing whatever you need to be doing at this time. This week's episode is going to be a little bit of a different episode and a special in a way. Myself and Sam thought it'd be a great idea to introduce a few guests this week who all have one thing in common. So this week's episode is going to be an actors special. We've got a couple of people that we've worked with before, and just a fellow creative in the local area as well, who we've not met and not worked with before, but I've had the pleasure of chatting to recently. So they've got some really interesting insights into how they've been keeping busy as actors during this lockdown. So really excited for you to see those guys and what they've been up to. As for myself, and I think the same for Sam and the rest of the JumpCut team, to be fair, we are struggling, to be honest. There's bits and pieces that I've been able to do, and I know Sam's obviously busy with videos and JumpCut play and stuff like that. Tom, of course, is dealing with the online side of things. But for me and Nick, who usually spend most of our time writing, things are just on hold, to be fair. I do have a redraft of It Calls Me due within the next week, I guess, which is proving difficult. And I think it is something that me and Nick were both talking about today. We're just kind of leaving things, as I've spoke about in previous episodes of this, just if the mood and the influence hits, then yep, let's go for it. If not, just sit back and wait and hope that comes at a different time. So I'm going to try my best to get this draft done this week. It kind of needs to be done, so it will be done. But yeah, finding the motivation difficult right now. Trying to think of different ways that I can be creative at this time. I've been doing a lot of work, reading and helping other people with their scripts, which seems to be coming to me fairly easy, to be honest. It's just my own work which is struggling. But I guess if some people are being creative and I can help them in that, then perfect. At least, I'm doing something to keep myself busy. But without further ado, I'll hand over to some people who are being busy and are being creative in far more interesting ways than I am. So enjoy.
Hi there, my name is Melanie Hopkins. I'm a Sheffield born and based actress, writer and theatre maker / event organiser. I'm the creator and organiser of SMS, Sheffield Monologue Showcase, which had its premiere in March. Tell you a little bit about that. That is, we select 20 actors to perform monologue of their choice, whether that is written by themselves or just classic text-based or any contemporary one that they choose. Between 2 to 3 minutes long, they will perform their monologue among others, usually 20, in front of industry professionals. And then after the showcase, we have a free networking and or Q&A session as well. This had its first premiere in March. It was met with fantastic reviews of its great success. It was really fantastic. This happened at the Adan venue in Sheffield. So we're on the lookout for more actors to do this bi-monthly. We're going to have a adult showcase bi-monthly, and then in between we're going to have a kids showcase also. So this is for young actors up to the age of 16 years of age. Now we're looking for local based actors and actresses, which means if you're in the South Yorkshire region or just a little bit beyond, you're more than welcome to get involved. We do ask to charge a fee of £5 per actor. This is to cover the cost of photography taken during the performance and the rehearsals, and also videography taken on the night as well. So that can also be used for your show reel or website or anything like that. And then obviously, like I mentioned, the free networking and or Q&A session with industry professionals. So these industry professionals are comprised of casting directors, agents, local filmmakers, local theatre directors, anyone that we can get on board to come and see you, we will. And yeah, anyone that sounds like that's something they may be interested in, then please send an application to Chef Monologue Showcase 2020 at gmail.com. So that's chef with 2 Fs. Just send a clip of yourself if you'd like, or your spotlight profile and links to show reel. Any headshots will also do, and also include your chosen monologue title and anything about yourself also. So yeah, we're looking for more actors to be involved in this as soon as all this chaos gets out of the way and we can actually resume back to normal. Just a little bit of advice that I would like to give to other creatives in lockdown currently. I know it can be really trying times, and it's getting to be quite difficult now. There probably was a lot of momentum and motivation to start with, and now it seems to be, you know, slowly dragging along a bit, but stick with it. There's lots of things you can get involved with, lots of initiatives. This can be, you know, National Theatre are streaming every Thursday a new performance, which is really good to get involved with. They've just done Frankenstein, and they've done Twelfth Night and all sorts like that. There's also local groups forming that I'm seeing on Facebook for people to get involved and sharing your own work and play reading if you like stuff like that. There's lots of programme. Grayson Perry is doing an art challenge weekly. There's tons and tons of things to get involved with. You just have to go out and find it and keep yourself busy, keep creating, and if you can, if it's safe to do so, go out and have a walk, have some fresh air. It's always good just to, you know, breathe some nice fresh air and get out in nature, and it just recharges you. It's the best reset that you can have. So just keep going with it, you know, and it will all be resumed hopefully soon. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Becky Bush, and I'll be playing Sky in the I Love You Guys short film eventually. Very excited. Lockdown has been pretty interesting for the industry. Pretty much nothing is happening, which is great. And I think there's probably a feeling of a lot of pressure to be spending the lockdown time doing things which are productive. But I think get rid of the pressure. You know, you do you. Don't feel like you have to be doing loads of prep work or honing skills. If that's not what you feel like you need to be doing during this time, you know, use the time wisely. If you need to focus on your mental health, then do that. I know I've got a lot of friends who are doing that, and that is working for them really well. I've signed up to a couple of online classes, online versions of some acting classes that I was doing pre-lockdown, which I'm really excited to actually get my teeth stuck into. For me, I've missed it a lot, and just to actually do some camera work and finesse some things would be great. I've also just been watching a lot of film and TV. Great way to actually get through my list of 100+ films on my IMDb watch page.
Hi there, my name's Adan Osborne. I'm an actor, writer, creator. What day is it? I don't know anymore. I've lost track, I've lost count, and I've lost my mind. But I hope everyone's staying safe and doing well during the crazy times. The sun's out though, so I can't complain too much. I'm one of those people that definitely is impacted by the weather. You can get me up at 6 in the morning singing and dancing if the sun's out. If the clouds are out, you ain't got a prayer. So yeah, Jacob got in touch and said that he was doing an actors episode this week and wanted to know what I'd been doing, and I thought, God, that's gonna be so boring. So I'm gonna give it my best though. What have I been doing? Just before lockdown came in, we just happened to finish The Grim Truth that I've been working on with JumpCut. which was a great shoot, so much fun to be a part of. Really, really nice. And looking forward to seeing that come out. CK, the man behind the photography, dropped some behind the scenes shots over the last few weeks, and yeah, it's looked great. He's got everyone looking their finest. So I'm really excited to see what it turns out looking like. Coincidentally, the JumpCut then nicely timed dropped this Eldor Film Fest that also kept me busy for the first few days into lockdown as well, getting to see some fantastic work, seeing what people have been up to, and yeah, it's just so good to have a nice film festival also in Sheffield as well, representing, because we don't really have that many opportunities up here. So yeah, it was nice to see something around for everyone, and yeah, such great work to everyone involved. Absolutely mad love to that. Yeah, like everyone, I've been out of work. So what have I been doing? Like when you're self-employed, there's like that weird negotiation of like, when do you stop working and when are you ever not working? Because there's always something that you could be doing, whether it's self-promoting, linking to CK's question on the last episode, which I am definitely a 7 on the scale. CK, 100% a 7. Absolutely hate it. I think it's that weird, you're being vulnerable twice over. You're being vulnerable with your work that is, you know, you exposing yourself, but then you're also exposing yourself and being vulnerable by asking people to then watch you do those things or what they think of those things. And yeah, I think there's just that weird protectiveness over it, but it's got to be done. It's part and parcel of the job. So yeah, that's what's come with it. There's been days where I've just been emailing agents, casting directors, getting my face out there. There's hardly any jobs popping up. The industry is going to be affected for a long time, I think. But I think it'll bounce back and come back stronger, and I think everyone's going to pull together and support each other. I think everyone will realise how much we've needed the art industry over, or the creative industry over, these 5 and continuous weeks going into lockdown, of how much we need these things. So I think coming out of it, I'm thinking positive, and I think it'll bounce back stronger and pull together. I've been doing a bit of writing some ideas for short films. I've been writing some poetry, a bit of spoken wordy stuff. I'm applying for drama school this year to do a master's course, and I got offered a place on the course at the Liverpool Institution of Performing Arts, which is really cool. So I'm spending the next 4 months trying to raise a bit of extra money towards my tuition fees, so that's kind of my next 4 months ahead. In lockdown, just before it started, we was about to start filming with a short film with my friend, which got postponed till July, fingers crossed. Hopefully we're out by then and can get straight back into the work. So yeah, having Lipper to look forward to in September and the short film in July, it's nice to, I guess, have something kind of already in place coming out of this kind of pause that we've been on, which has been hard for everyone, and I think has affected everyone in different ways. No circumstances they're all different, but none are as difficult as the other one. We're all in, you know, really difficult things. So it's all about keeping that brain ticking, and not kind of, you know, tried that negotiation of letting myself have days off where, you know, I'm not necessarily doing anything, and not giving myself that pressure to come out with a masterpiece at the end of lockdown, because I think there's been this weird stigma that now we've got so much time to ourselves, we must have this renaissance in our career, and, you know, you must come out, you know, evolved and 10 times stronger than yourself, when in actual fact, I think if we just get through it, you know, together, I think that's the main thing, that we do come out the other side, and then we look to rebuild, and as opposed to necessarily having this weird added anxiety and pressure of having to do something right now, making the most of this time. So yeah, it's that weird negotiation, which is mad. But apart from that, the sun's out, which I'm going to go now enjoy the rest of my day out in the sun, because I've been itching to get out just while recording this. I'm literally like a dog at the door. I'm going to leave everyone on a film recommendation. I'm going to leave everyone on 2, just because why not. My first is Aniara, which is on the BFI player. So if you haven't got that, go get a cheeky free 2-week trial. I need to cancel mine next week, that's a good reminder. Swedish film, in space, great stuff. And my other film recommendation is The Master, because it's a masterpiece and I just love it. So yeah, enjoy. See you later, everyone. Stay safe.
And that's it for another week from us. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed us and the guests talking about our week. Thank you very much to the guests, of course, as well, for joining us and talking about what they've been up to and offering some advice to fellow actors and creatives. We'll be back next week with another great episode. We've got some really great guests lined up who I'll be speaking to today to discuss their ideas for the episode. Until next time, please stay safe and stay at home. And please like, share, subscribe, tell everyone about these videos and help us keep reaching a bigger audience. Thank you very much.